Hi beginner yogis, welcome to the second module in this series of alignment-based vinyasa flow. This week we're going to add on some elements of the breath and some more transitions into and out of poses. We're also going to work on a full Sun Salutation. So bring your hands together at the center of your heart, and first let's come into the breath. We're going to start inhaling and exhaling through the nose. So close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your nose. As you breathe in, feel your lungs fill up with air. And as you exhale, remember the fogging up of the mirror. So if you hold your hand in front of your mouth and exhale out your mouth, like you're fogging up a mirror, that's the sound of the ocean that you'll want to make in the back of your throat as you exhale, except you'll do it with your mouth closed. This is Ujjayi breath. Let's do that again. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. One more breath like this. Let's chant the sound of Om one time to begin the practice. Take a deep breath in. Om. And bow your head to your heart. Lower your hands to your knees, lift your chin, and open your eyes. Let's start in child's pose. We're going to do a couple of quick poses just to stretch the spine and stretch the backs of the legs and open up the shoulders just a little bit, and then we're going to get right into our flow. So if you have any props, move them off to the side. I was sitting on a blanket just to lift up onto the sit bones, so shift any blocks off to the side, okay, any props off to the side. Okay, and come into child's pose. So hands and knees, separate your knees, hip width distance, wider than hip width distance apart. Bring your big toes together. Push your hands down and forward to tone your belly and fold. So you can stack your fists one on top of the other and rest your forehead down. Or you can stack your hands, or you can reach your arms out in front of you and let your forehead come to the floor. From here, lift your elbows off the floor so that your arms are nice and straight and strong and lifting up. And then soften your heart towards the floor and stretch. With your next inhale, come up to all fours. We're going to take cat-cow pose. So first, all fours, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, tuck your toes behind you. With your inhale, drop the belly and look forward. Cow pose. Exhale, round the back, cat. Inhale, take the gaze forward, lift up. Exhale, round. Last time, inhale, and exhale, round. Okay, come to neutral spine. We're going to add in our tiger pose. So in this pose, we're going to lift the one leg behind us and then lift the opposite arm in front. So bring your left knee more towards the middle of your mat and reach your right foot straight behind you. And instead of letting your leg open up like this, you want to draw the toes on the right toes straight down towards the ground. Flex the right foot and make the leg super straight and strong, so no spaghetti leg. Make it straight and strong. Take a breath in, inhale, and exhale, reach the left arm out in front. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the knee and the elbow together under your body so you're crunching in. Inhale, reach out through your leg and through your arm. Exhale, draw the knee and the elbow together. Last time, inhale, reach out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach out. And exhale, place the hand down, place the knee down. Good, cat-cow. Inhale, open the belly, open the heart, drop the belly, arch the back, cow pose. Exhale, round cat. Come back to neutral spine. So we're going to take that on the other side. So extend your left leg behind you, straight behind you. Take an inhale here. Point the left toe straight down towards the ground. And then reach the right arm out. Inhale here. Exhale, knee and elbow to come together. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, knee and elbow together. Inhale, stretch out through the fingertips and the foot. And exhale, knee and elbow meet. Inhale, reach out. And exhale, hand down, knee down. Let's transition into downward facing dog. So wrist creases are parallel to the front edge of the mat. We're going to take a cow pose to start. So inhale, drop the belly, look forward, sit bones to the sky, chin lifts. And then exhale, hover your knees off the ground, reach your sit bones up towards the sky. You're pushing down and forward with your hands, and your legs may start to straighten. So refine your downward facing dog. So instead of having straight legs and a rounded back, the first thing to check is, do you have a curve in your low back? And if you don't, you need to stick your sit bones up towards the sky. You may need to bend your knees a little bit. Okay, so do that. And then lift your upper arm bones up towards the sky and soften the space between your shoulder blades. Then push down and forward to stretch. Breathe here. Inhale and exhale. Look forward towards your hands. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Feet are hip width distance apart. Bend your knees as much as you need to and let your head drop down. You can give your head a shake. Just let the tension go. Bring your hands to your hips. Squeeze the elbows to the sky. Inhale, rise up to stand in Tadasana. Usually don't practice with my hair down, so hopefully it won't get in the way. All right, let's move through a couple of full sun salutations. So bring your hands together at your heart. Take an inhale. Lift your chest towards your thumbs. And exhale, release your arms to your sides. Inhale, stretch up tall. Gaze between your hands. Exhale, fold over your legs. As you fold, bend your knees just enough so that you can get your back flat and let your head drop. Uttanasana. Inhale, drag your palms to your shins, flat back, neutral spine. And exhale, fold, fingertips down, bend the knees again, let the head drop. Good, bring your hands next to your feet, step your left leg back into a lunge, and then plant your hands, step your right leg back into plank pose, top of a push-up. Strong legs, strong arms. Take an inhale here, and exhale, lower your knees down, and then lower your chest and your chin to the floor. Slide forward onto your belly. Keep your hands where they are. Untuck your toes. Lift up through the chest and hover your hands. Plant your hands down. Tuck your toes. Move back through all fours and then up to downward facing dog. Lift the hips high. Drop your head. Lift your upper arm bones up. Soften the space between your shoulder blades. Push your hands down and forward to stretch your hips high. And breathe. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Lift your hips high. Come onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees, look forward, and then just walk your feet to the top of your mat. Coming into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale, fold. Bring your hands to your hips, squeeze the elbows to the sky. Inhale, rise up with a flat back. Exhale, hands together at your heart, Ujjayi Mudra. Good, we're gonna move through that one more time with your breath. Inhale here, lift your heart towards your thumbs. Exhale, release your arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Leading with the heart, let your head drop. Inhale, lengthen your spine, half lift, palms to shins. And exhale, fold. Hands next to your feet, step your right leg back into a lunge, as far back on your mat as you can get it. Plant your hands, step the left foot back, plank pose. Inhale here. And exhale, lower your knees to the floor. This time we're going to come down with a straight body so the elbows stay in towards the sides of the body. You lower down nice and slow. Roll the shoulders away from the earth. Point your toes back behind you, tops of the feet to the earth. Rise up, Cobra pose. Chest is up. And exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes, lift up through all fours. Hover the knees and press back to downward facing dog. Strong legs here. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Get that curve in your low back. And again, lift the upper arm bones up. Melt the space between your shoulder blades. And then push your hands down and forward to stretch through the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Inhale, lift your hips high, look forward, bend your knees, and at the bottom of your exhale, step to the top of your mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale, fold. This time we're going to reverse swan dive to come up. So arms come out and all the way up as you lead with a flat back. Heart lifts, gaze lifts, and exhale. Hands together at your heart, Ujjayi Mudra. Inhale here, and exhale. Okay, so we've moved through 2 sun salutations, and now we're going to add in our warrior 2 flow. We're just going to do warrior 2 as part of our sun salutation flow, and then we're going to move this into our wide-legged forward fold. So we'll start the same way, hands together at the heart in Ujjayi Mudra. Inhale here, lift your heart towards your thumbs, and exhale, release your arms. Inhale, stretch the arms up high. Exhale, swan dive forward, hinging at the hips, Uttanasana, forward fold. Drop your head. Inhale, lengthen your spine, half lift. And exhale, fold. Place your hands next to your feet. Step your left leg back into a lunge at the back of your mat. So we're coming into warrior 2 here. So take a minute to make sure that your front knee, your right knee is right over your front ankle. Okay. Then we're going to bring the right hand to the right thigh. Turn your back heel down, spin your back heel down, and then make sure that the front heel bisects the arch of your back foot. On your inhale, reach forward with your left arm and windmill the arm up. And then stretch the right arm out for warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Look forward towards your right foot. Make sure you can see the big toe on your right foot. Reach out through your fingertips, all 10 fingertips reach out. On your next inhale, straighten the front leg. Bring your hands to your hips and turn all 10 toes so that they're parallel, so to your left. So we're going to move into a forward fold here. If you would like to use a block, 1 block or 2, I just have 1 block, but you could use 2 blocks, one under each hand for this if you'd like. Place them right underneath where your hands are going to go. So now bring your hands to your hips. Squeeze the elbows towards each other so the shoulders come onto the back. Inhale, lift up through your heart. And then exhale, put a little bend in your knees and start to hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. So here, you're going to bring your hands to your block or blocks for support. So you have one block under each hand. Okay. Or you can move this block down to the middle height or the lowest height. If you can easily reach the floor, that's fine. You'll have your hands to the earth. Straight arms and find a flat back here. So sitting bones are reaching back, nice flat back. Do put a little bend in your knees and draw the belly in so you balance out the action. Take an inhale here. And then if you have a straight spine, you can start to fold and bend the elbows a little bit and let your head drop. Inhale, straighten your arms. And then walk your hands towards the back of your mat. We're going to come into a lunge facing the back of the mat. Good. From here, plant your hands and step back, downward facing dog. So you're in a downward facing dog, just facing the back of your mat. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Inhale, lift your hips high, look forward, bend your knees. At the bottom of your exhale, step to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, half lift. And exhale, fold over your legs. Reverse swan dive to come up, reach out and all the way up, root into your feet. Exhale, gather the hands to your heart. So we're going to do that same flow just on the other leg. So take an inhale here, lift your chest towards your thumbs. Exhale, release your arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Uttanasana, forward fold. Drop your head. Inhale, lengthen your spine, half lift. And exhale, fold. Hands next to your feet. Step your right leg back into a lunge as far back on your mat as you can get it. So we're preparing for Warrior 2 again, Virabhadrasana 2. So again, the front leg, left knee is right over your left ankle. And then we're going to spin the back heel down to the ground. Line this up. Make sure your front heel bisects the arch of your back foot. Left hand to your left thigh. With your inhale, rise up. Open the right arm out to the side and then extend the left arm out. Reach out through the fingertips and breathe. Widen the left knee out to the side so that you can see the big toe on your left foot. On your next inhale, straighten the left leg, bring your hands to your hips, and spin all 10 toes back to parallel. So we're going to get ready for another forward fold. So again, the block is going to be underneath you if you need that. Bring your arms, hands to your waist, squeeze the elbows towards each other. Inhale, reach up through the heart. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Little micro bend in your knees. And again, bring your hands onto the block wherever you need it, whatever height you're at, 1 or 2 blocks. Nice straight spine, chin is neutral, neck is long. And then draw the belly in just a little bit. If you'd like to bend your elbows and fold, you may. Inhale, lengthen the spine, straighten the arms, flat back stage again. And then exhale, walk your hands back around to the front of your mat. Lunge, pick up your back heel. Okay, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Inhale, lift your hips high. Bend your knees, look forward. At the bottom of your exhale, step to the top of your mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, half lift. And exhale, fold. Start to bend your knees. We're going to come all the way down into a seat. So you're coming down into a squat. And then just bring your hands behind you and come to sit. Okay, we're going to do a quick Navasana pose, boat pose. So the stage is here. You're sitting on your sit bones. The cue that you'll often hear is rolling towards the front of your sit bones, but you will really be rocked back a little bit, and that's okay. The main thing is to not be totally rounded like this. You want to extend, extend up through the heart and widen the collarbones. Feet are hip width distance apart, or you can bring them together and squeeze your knees together. Hands behind your knees. First stage is just to lift your heels up with your toes on the floor, lifting up through the heart. Remember to breathe through this one. It's easy to forget your breath and hold it, which makes it much more difficult, so keep breathing. Next stage, you'll be lifting the right shin parallel to the floor, and then the left shin parallel to the floor. Maybe reach the right arm parallel to the floor, and the left arm parallel to the floor. Keep lifting the heart up. Keep drawing the belly in. Keep breathing. One more breath here. And then release. Cross your right shin in front of your left shin and wrap your hands around your knees. Drop your head and relax. Lift your chin. Okay, so our next pose is Warrior 3, and we're going to come into it from our high lunge. So let's come up to stand, okay? So we're just going to cross the ankles, reach forward, place the hands, and then step into our forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine, half lift, and exhale, fold. Let's place the hands next to the feet. And before you move too much, let's bring a block in front. One block or two blocks, whichever you have. Okay, on your next inhale, reach the left leg back, lunge. Okay, so instead of coming into Warrior 1 first, we're just gonna do this from a high lunge. So same setup as we did with Warrior 2. Your front knee is right over your front ankle. And this time, squeeze your legs together so you get really steady in the low body. And then see if you can bring your hands up to your thighs. Reach the torso up so that it's upright. Hands to your hips. And maybe arms up alongside your ears. Anywhere along that spectrum. Take a breath in, reach up. And then exhale, bring your hands alongside your hips and start to tilt forward. You're on the ball of the back foot. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, push off that back leg, stand into the right leg, and lift the left leg up. You can have your hands underneath you on blocks to help. So it's a supported Warrior 3. Now, instead of letting the leg open, externally rotate the left leg, you're going to point all 5 toes on the left foot down towards the ground. Super straight leg. Lots of energy in the leg. Makes it lighter. Good. On your next inhale, you're going to transition back into the high lunge. So step your left leg back. Reach the arms up. Inhale here. And exhale, touch the hands down. Step forward with your left leg into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, half lift. And exhale, fold. Step your right leg back, lunge. Again, front knee over front ankle. Squeeze your legs together towards each other. Inner thighs squeezing like you're scissoring them together. And then rise up, hands on your thigh. Maybe hands on your hips. Maybe arms up. Inhale, reach through your fingertips. Exhale, sit a little deeper in the front leg. And then bring your arms alongside your hips. Tilt forward about 45 degrees. Take a breath in. And then exhale, push off the back leg. Stand into the left leg. Right leg lifts, hands on the blocks, 1 or 2 blocks underneath you for support. And then again, make sure the right foot is flexed, leg is super strong and active. All 5 toes point to the ground. On your next inhale, reach the right foot back to the high lunge. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, touch your hands down. Pick up your left foot and step back to downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the floor, separate your knees wide, big toes together at the back of your mat, and stretch the hips back, child's pose, and rest. With your next inhale, draw yourself up to all fours. Cross your ankles behind you and roll back so that you're sitting at the back of your mat. And scoot forward so you have room to lay back. Okay, we're going to take one bridge pose before we finish. So feet are hip width distance apart. Root your big toes down. Inhale, reach your arms out. And exhale down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Scoot your feet in so that you can graze the heels with your fingertips. Feet are hip width distance apart and parallel. And then bend your elbows into robot arms with your fingertips pointed straight up towards the sky. Take an inhale. And exhale all the breath out. Inhale deeply. Exhale all the breath out. And then at the bottom of your exhale, lift the hips up, bridge pose. Don't turn your head at all, just keep your head pointing, your chin pointing straight up towards the sky. Maybe you keep your elbows bent, or you might interlace your hands and roll one shoulder and then the other underneath you. Keep pushing the big toe mounds down into the ground. Back of the head presses down. Chest moving toward your chin. And then slowly release down, letting your arms come out to the side, coming back down onto your back. Stretch your arms out into a T. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. We're going to take a little twist. So this is a windshield wiper twist, so just keeping your feet as they are, let the knees fall to the right. Gaze goes to the left. In this gentle twist, your upper body is moving to the left, low body moving to the right. Just enjoy this little wringing out of your body. Inhale back to the center, and then exhale, knees left, gaze right. Your eyes can be closed or softly open. Inhale, bring your knees back to the center, and then stretch out in Shavasana. So bring your arms next to your hips with your palms facing up, off to the side about 6 inches, and then stretch your legs straight. Let your feet be wide, And let your feet flop out to the side so that you let go of any activity in your body. Just widen your shoulder blades out onto your mat so that you feel like a puddle that's just resting and widening out on the floor. Release any tension in your jaw. And release your tongue. And soften your eyes in their sockets. And let your brain rest. Relax the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands. And as you rest, look for the space between your breaths, between your inhales and your exhales. And look for the space between your thoughts. And rest there in that space. If you can stay here for longer, please enjoy a long Shavasana. Otherwise, start to bring your attention back to your breath and find some movement in your fingers and your toes. And then gently bend your knees. And roll onto one side. Rest with your head in your arm and stay here for a couple of breaths. Use your arms to lift yourself up into a seat and then find a comfortable seat. Either ankles crossed, or you can bring your shins one in front of the other in Siddhasana. And bring your hands together at your heart. Acknowledge yourself for showing up on the mat to practice. Knowing that every time we come to the mat, there's an opportunity to get in touch with the breath and watch the mind and get stronger and more flexible in the body and connect to that spirit, that light that's within us all. Namaste.